can always tell when I start the podcast because I start acting really weird.
Oh, we started.
Yeah.
Oh, we did start. Good to know.
Thanks for making me feel better, guys.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just actually concerned I'm gonna legitimately offend the internet one day.
I mean,
it's inevitable.
To be fair, I think any of us can just say, "Hey, how's it going?" and just offend the whole internet.
I know, but I've made a lot of like unsavory jokes.
Oh yeah, me too.
Oh, trust me.
Like 90% of my humor is unsavory jokes.
I made
like
a really tasteless joke watching wrestling the other day about a mass shooting.
Oh.
Yeah. I felt really bad afterwards. I was like, yeah, that was completely uncalled for.
Yeah, at least you realized it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So,
edit that out, please. People like, man, this Colin guy's not in there all that often.
But like, you realized it. And you accept that, it was tasteless.
I don't know.
See, we have the power of editing, so what we can do is we take that quote and then we just splice it in randomly throughout the podcast.
Yeah, we just make you say, I'm Colin and I love mass shootings.
So it's just like, yeah, then Big House 6 happened. And, I think, and it was a joke about mass shooting.
Big House 6 mass shootings happened at Big House 6.
Okay.
Whoa.
Wow, this is getting morbid. How about this weather we're having?
How about
morbid.
this beautiful fall weather?
It's been cold.
I'm your host, Deanna Minasian, here with the crew on the Lifecast, Sydney,
Hello.
Greg,
Yo.
and Colin.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, it brings it full circle to me. We have 4 people this week. How's everyone's day going? Who does everyone like?
I like everybody here. I don't play favorites.
No, I mean like.
Like?
Ooh.
I like that chair over there.
Natalie Dormer. That's who I like.
Yeah.
I'm gay? Yeah.
Have you seen her? I don't blame you.
I know. That's why I'm gay.
Natalie Dormer is just a beautiful human being.
I was talking to one of my coworkers about her, and my coworker Maria. And we were just talking about Game of Thrones or whatever. I was like, okay, can we talk about just how unbelievably beautiful Margaery Tyrell is?
Yes.
She goes, it's unfair how attractive that woman is.
And her character is so good.
No.
I know.
And then in the Hunger Games, she shaved half her head and she's trying to look butch as hell, but like she looks even more beautiful than Jennifer Lawrence somehow. Like I don't understand.
It's not hard to look better than Jennifer Lawrence.
Damn, that's rude.
Damn.
It's
I'm feeling a little rude today.
My niggas are rude when we come, we eat a nigga food. But she just has like a natural charisma. Like
yeah,
eventually
does.
There's like she's got like a 20 in charisma, and eventually that just starts to shine through over like all the other like physical features.
Yeah.
And when you are actually physically beautiful and you have a 20 in charisma, then it's like a woo.
Then it's like a 50 in charisma.
Yeah.
Yeah. What have you been doing this week, Colin? Start us off.
Oh, I was actually going to keep talking about Natalie Dormer real quick. I was
Natalie Dormer.
Welcome to the Natalie Dormer podcast. If you're listening to this, Natalie,
we all love you.
We all love you. Hi.
I'd be too nervous or whatever. I'd be like, I like your bye. Colin has no game. Anyway.
You have lots of games.
I have lots of retro games. In fact, I'm waist deep in a Castlevania binge.
Ooh.
Because it's October, and that's kind of like my yearly thing. I play as many Castlevania games as possible. Not really beating them, mostly playing them just for fun, because, that's why we play video games, not to be like, look how good I am at this game, guys. I beat it in like 12 seconds. Like,
I mean,
who
that's
cares?
why I played Dark Souls.
Well, no, the speedrunning community for Castlevania is huge.
Yeah, the speedrunning community for like any game that is speedrunnable is huge.
But like the first Castlevania game, it's a lot of that entire series is known for being really, really difficult.
Yeah.
So one of the first speedruns I found out about when I was a wee lad of 12 was an 8-minute Castlevania run. My mind was just blown.
Good shit.
And other than that, I've been doing a lot of writing. I have been writing a second short story in the series I'm doing. Mm-hmm. It's a bunch of like pulp style short stories based in the 40s. Mm-hmm. And Natalie Dormer brings into this because I based one of the characters off of her. So
copyright infringement.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pay for her likeness. And you admitted it.
Well, no. Like
it's not Natalie Dormer, but like
it's Natalie Dormer.
Yeah.
She was your muse.
she was my muse.
Yeah.
Show me your muse.
My muse. Show me your muse. I was an English major in college. I have since graduated, but I'm
like
pretty
2
sure.
days ago.
Hey, shut up!
I'm the only person still like
Fuck,
doing
you're right.
that.
You're a baby.
I'm a little Bobby.
But I know there are like a handful of people that I could, with a serious face, go up to them and say, "Show me your muse," and they'd like probably have pictures on their phone. It's just it comes with the territory, guys.
I wouldn't know what that's like.
Well, her just like when I was writing this character, because I was trying to be like a femme fatale type character.
Ooh.
So
Femme fatale.
and
Oh my god.
so like she was just the first actress that kind of came to mind.
Yeah.
So
Anything else you would like to share with us?
Go Packers.
Speaking of Castlevania,
Take us away.
Bloodborne has like the it's like the Legend of Zelda of Castlevania games.
It really is.
No, it's like there's this one track. It's called Ludwig the Holy Blade, and it is like the best Castlevania song in not a Castlevania game I've ever heard. It's like it blows. It's like probably it's one of my favorite like just video game tracks of all time.
If you want to talk about a series that's had like consistently good music,
Yes.
like up there with like Final Fantasy or like a lot of BioWare
Sonic.
games, it's
you think I'm kidding, but Sonic Adventure 2 is like my top 3 soundtracks of all time.
Sonic 3 has a great soundtrack
Sonic
too,
3
mostly
is
because
awesome.
Michael Jackson co-composed it.
Oh
but
yeah, it's so good.
That's beside the point.
every Sonic game outside of like the Secret Rings has had, like, an amazing soundtrack.
No.
But I mean, like,
And boom.
Castlevania has just one of those like super.
Deanna recedes into her shell of sadness.
That was the first Wii game I bought with my own money.
Oh,
Because it was on sale at Target for
gross.
$20.
I honestly didn't even know that game existed until I met Rich, and he brought it in one day.
No, I brought it in one day.
Oh, it was you monster.
If it makes you feel better, the first PS2 game I bought with my own money was Spyro Enter the Dragonfly.
Is that
But like,
It's broken.
yeah,
it's-
Like,
But
it actually is broken and incomplete.
I like just the ridiculous amount of glitches in that game that are just so exploitable.
I didn't, because, like, a 7-year-old me, or however the hell old I was when it came out, was just like, that was my real first experience of, like, this game is bad, and it's hard. And
you had your heart
it's
broken
bad.
early.
Yeah, I did. Because I was playing, I'm like, this game shouldn't be this hard. And I was like, why is the loading screen actually 5 minutes long? Because the only time that ever happened before was a Serious Sam game that I played with my brother. And it was like, it would load. It would tease you. It would go from like 100 to like 99 and then just stop for 3 minutes on the dot. And I forget what game it was, but I just remember it was a Serious Sam game. And it got to the point where it's like, it would load to 99%, and then we'd be like, okay, let's go make food. Let's go use the bathroom real quick. Because they just gave you
shower.
so much, pretty much. Like, oh man, how about that nice roast turkey dinner?
It's been in the oven for 10 hours. And Serious Sam still hasn't loaded. That's a series that needs to make a good comeback.
Serious
I
Sam?
love Serious Sam.
I've never heard of it before this day.
It's just like a big dumb first person shooter.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Like you know how Duke Nukem's not
Yep.
funny? Serious Sam's actually funny.
Damn. So sorry.
Well, no, I mean,
Compared to Duke Nukem Forever, or
Yeah.
whatever the hell the last one was.
even then, it's just a bunch of quotes from Army of Darkness. Like,
Yeah, okay.
if you want to hear like Duke Nukem, just watch Army of Darkness. You'll be more entertained anyway. I mean, I love Duke Nukem 3D, but well, let's be honest here, folks.
I kind of think of like Johnny Bravo when I think about Serious Sam.
Yeah,
Like if you put him in a shooter,
I'm gonna shoot this aliens. To the market with my aliens.
I want a Johnny Bravo shooter.
I want a Johnny Bravo
independently.
movie. I want a Johnny Bravo movie.
I want everything to be Johnny Bravo.
You know what's great about that
So
show?
good.
Is that
Everything?
yeah, but like when you realize like his whole entire purpose is just to get laid.
Yeah.
And like as a kid, you're like, oh, it's funny, he's a ladies' man, whatever. And then you get
Yeah.
old and you're like, damn, he thirsty.
Low key, that show taught me to respect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly.
Listen.
He was thirsty as fuck, but
And
like
then all he did was
he
get
also
his
had
ass whooped.
respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know,
like-
he didn't have respect, but it was just like, okay, so if you wanted to like,
No,
like the cat collar dude,
there
you just
was-
get kicked in the chest.
Yeah,
Every
there was
time.
that one episode where he like got turned into a woman for one reason or another.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, oh shit, this is what women have to put up with every single day because he got like catcalled and things.
Yeah.
And he was like, this is not cool.
And
I
then
don't know if he
got turned
changed
back
his
and
ways.
somebody like,
Clearly he didn't change it.
Yeah, clearly he didn't change his ways,
Yeah,
but like
that's
it taught us important
But
lessons.
I always liked how
I'm really resisting an urge here.
what?
We promised never to talk about it on the podcast. Oh man.
Do it anyways. I don't care.
Fucking Donald Trump.
Maybe not.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'll like do my one sentence rant when it gets to my turn. But like, goddamn. Fuck it, I'll do it now. I do not want to go to my grandmother's house and talk about the debate and have my grandmother literally say to me, it doesn't matter what his views on women are and how he treats women. It just means that he'd be a better president than Hillary Clinton.
Excuse me? That doesn't make sense.
Grandma. And both my mother and my father corroborated this fact.
Oh my god.
So I'm like sitting here eating my fucking really nice shrimp scampi that I made and took to my grandparents. I labored in love for my grandmother and my grandfather. And they come to me while eating my dinner. And they say that Donald Trump would be a good president.
Okay, so sure. Let's say you don't mind that he has no respect for. How does that help him be a better president?
But they had to do it in the middle of shrimp scampi.
I know, right?
How dare they?
Homemade. My mom shelled the shrimp, but like I cooked it.
You did most of the work.
Yeah,
right?
I actually cooked the shrimp scampi.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, not the trumpet, but like the shrimp scampi.
Yeah,
the shrimp scampi is delicious.
Yeah, it was nice leftovers. But like,
I like how we went from Johnny Bravo to
well, Johnny Bravo's a shit stain.
Yeah,
he is.
He's a shit stain, but he's a funny shit stain.
But I don't think he would actually vote for Trump. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I feel like he would vote for Hillary because it's like, oh man, hot baby's in the office. Sorry, Bill.
For like the entirely wrong reason, but he'd do it.
You know he would. He would try to like talk to Chelsea and stuff too. It'd be really weird.
Yeah.
Let's not.
Let's not think about that. But like, I don't know. Only thing I'm gonna say, it probably exists. Only thing I'm gonna say is that like it's a moral choice at this point. It's not a who's a better candidate. It's literally do you want to elect Hitler?
Do you want your friends to be deported?
I mean,
honestly,
in order to like be the best person I can, I never like no matter what, no matter how like awful it seems from my point of view, I will never like reject someone's point of view. I will listen to it. I will tell them if I believe they're wrong, but I always listen to it. So I'm always like a huge fan against the whole you got to pick a side type thing. Mm-hmm. But like specifically, what makes me angry about this whole thing is something I've known for a long time, but it's just being shown like in really bright lights right now, and it is the fact that after this statement, this is the dividing factor. This is the dividing factor. And so what he said is pretty bad, but it's clearly meant to be like a crude joke, and the fact that he's talking about sexually assaulting women is the exaggeration. You can tell by the way, because how jokes are structured, that's kind of how it's supposed to be. And so this joke is what's separating people in the Republican Party. You want to know why that is? Because they go home and they see, oh, this actually affects me. Because these are people without empathy. They don't see, what they see is, oh, I have women in my life. He's doing something bad to them. Now I care. But when he was saying awful shit about all these different type of people that they don't actually have in their house, it's all right then. You know, I don't know any black people. I don't know any Mexican people. I don't know any fucking
How do you go your Muslim whole life people. And not know a black person?
Yeah.
It's this mindset that can only happen when you're in a position of power, which is why my ladies understand, because it's in a similar space from where like anytime a woman's issue is talked about, when you're in the position of power, it's easy to pretend like the issue isn't a big deal. Mm-hmm. So it's like.
Well, I think a lot of it too. There are members of the Republican Party even before this who did not like Trump.
Yeah.
I think they were just waiting.
I think this is just like they were just waiting for him to fuck up.
They were just waiting, and then Paul Ryan went home. It's like, yes, finally.
Yeah, it's
I like that throwback, Deanna.
You guys didn't see it, but I high-fived myself and then started like writing on an invisible surface. Damn, old inside jokes. Damn, David S. Goyer.
Damn, David S. Speaking of sexist people, David S. Goyer.
Anyway, continue.
And so it's like, yeah.
After this, you can feel free to segue into what you did this week because, like,
I really don't want to.
I want a meteor to hit the Earth before this election happens.
Come on, I want a Mad Max future though.
Okay.
I want to strap like random shit to a car and
Can we have-
talk in Australian accents.
I
It'd be
can't
awesome.
drive.
Can we have a Shadowrun? Well, we'll teach you. You ride or you die in Mad Max.
She
Pretty
can be our
much.
gunner.
I also don't like Chrome or guns.
Well, we don't have
Well,
to. We don't have to
okay,
eat
Chrome is after you die. You don't have to go to Valhalla.
I live, I die, I live again. Shiny and chrome.
I don't like guns.
Okay, then we'll be the pacifist village. And we'll
Die, maybe.
Yeah, that worked out so well, though. Canonically in Mad Max.
it works out quite a bit in that franchise when you really think about it.
I guess. Oh, wait, yeah, no, yeah. I forgot the end of Fury Road for a minute. Because, like, spoilers.
The movie's been out.
Yeah, because, like, Furios's, like, tribe, whatever, got pretty much wiped out except for those 4 old women and her.
Yeah.
And, like, they were pacifist, so, like, it didn't work out for them.
No,
But it worked out when they went back.
right.
Man, maybe just the fucking stars need to align. Speaking of stars alignments, I'm not putting much faith in astrology here, but like I'm just saying the stars are in the same position as they were in 1939. Guess who came into power in 1939? Hitler.
Oh no.
What a great guy.
No!
And that's podcast, folks. That's a wrap. Good night, folks.
That's a wrap.
Ooh, okay.
What a great place to end it.
Wow.
I love that it's become a recurring joke.
You know, I learned something today.
This is a great place to end it.
do 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 do.
Wow. All right, so what have you been up to?
Yeah, what have you been up to, Greg? Let's forget that happened. Politics suck.
Yeah,
It's
they
just
do.
like the world would be a much just better place if people, one, had the ability to introspect and
Yeah.
to look inside themselves and figure out why they feel a certain way. And well, that's just fucking huge. Fucking everyone should do that. And that should be like a mandatory class in high schools, like meditation / introspection.
Introspection, yeah.
Yes.
It's like literally,
It's just like, oh my God.
literally, it's the most important thing like in my life is to be like, okay, that made me feel a certain way. Let's think about why that is.
Yeah,
and
and
I
then
grow
fix
because
it.
of that.
And
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you know, it's okay to come clean and be like, hey, maybe it was my fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like that's why like low key it's like one of the things lots of white people don't understand about like racism specifically. It's specifically because the word racism is like super heavily loaded
Yeah.
and they don't want to believe that they're racist. So I like to use the word prejudice instead. We all have fucking prejudice based off of our own experiences and shit like that. Fuck, I'm prejudiced against black people and I'm black. So every time I hear a white person like I'm not prejudiced, like bull fucking shit.
I think Mark Cuban said something about that on ESPN.
Yeah.
He said, you know, we all have prejudices, and shockingly enough, pretty much the entire NBA was in support of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
And so it's like literally it's like okay, you have your prejudices, that's not a problem. The media and like your life has built you to be that way. That's not a problem. All you gotta do is fix it. All you gotta do is admit that it's there. And then once you realize first part of fixing a problem is admitting that it's a problem.
It's true, though.
that's
Yeah.
that's fucking true, man. And if everyone just did that, things would be so fucking copacetic.
Yeah.
Everything would be so fucking dope. Everyone could focus on being fucking sick and being dope.
And this is why weed should be legalized, because none of these things would happen. We'd all be too high and be like, bro, let's get some chips.
Fucking be dope. Like if everyone's goal in life should just be fucking excellent. Be excellent. You know, be excellent to each other, and just be
That
as
was a
dope as you
title.
fucking can.
Be excellent to each other, part 2.
That's because it's so important,
It's
man.
really
Just be
important.
fucking dope.
I'm not saying it's not.
No, yeah, I know. It's just like it's
But,
so.
yeah.
It's
so-
the moral of Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
What a fu-
Holy crap.
It's literally what it's all about. They
Yeah.
want to be
Yeah.
as cool as they can be, and they want to be good to other people.
Right.
That's all you gotta focus on. Just be sick.
Plus
be
the-
fucking
plus they meet
dope as
Socrates.
fuck.
All we are is dust in the wind. Keanu Reeves' finest hour.
I'm allergic to dust.
Oh.
Does that mean you're allergic to everyone in the wind?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Like, I'll die and you'll just hear a gentle sneeze. Because I'll be allergic to myself. My ashes will go away and be like, achoo.
Oh, God.
It's so quiet I could hear a fly fart.
But yeah, so moral story,
Sorry.
be fucking sick. All right, so what I've been up to is I've been
Yeah.
playing Masquerade Songs in Shadows.
Yeah.
And it is this isometric
I'm sold.
like party RPG
Yes.
like type thing. And so it's like think like Knights of the Old Republic. So you have like a party of like 4 people, and they all have like these like they're all like these like well-developed characters, and so you go around. And so the setting is like a it's like a Renaissance like feudal type thing where it's like everyone has like masquerade ball type masks, and these masks grant them power. So it's like every soldier is equipped with these masks, and so it has to do with like this sort of like a very like current issue, which has to do like the sort of kind of like a wage gap type thing. So it's like they live in this city, and there are people who are rebelling because the poor are extremely poor type thing, and so you go through the story as like the brother of like the leader of the rebellion.
Yep.
And so you're like you have like influence in both sides, and you're trying to like solve a murder mystery. But this murder, like, or the person that is missing has like the deep ties with everything, and they're trying to like they have information on like pretty much like the origin of these masks, because they just kind of like the civilization just kind of landed on these like this power, and they don't really understand it. So the person you're looking for has like information about this, and so everybody's trying to figure out what that information is. So it's like you like working with like the people of the government and people from other governments trying to like figure out who it is. So it's like all this like espionage and intrigue. It's fucking sick. Like I really like it, but like just the story itself is just fucking great. Like I haven't been this glued to a story in a very long time.
Awesome.
Which is it's really great.
What game series was the last time that happened with?
The Witcher 3.
Okay, my bait didn't work.
That's because The Witcher came more recently than a Souls game.
That's true. That's true.
That's very true.
Although
I didn't count on it. That's the only thing I'm saying.
But my only problem is it's just like it's come in a similar string of games recently where I've been wanting to play on higher difficulties, but I can't because the combat is poorly designed. So you just have like your characters, they move around and they basic attack. They'll do basic attacks, and you have abilities used on cooldowns, and you kind of use your whole parties. You can switch around to use their abilities type thing. But like, so I would be playing on hard mode, and I'm dying a lot, which isn't a problem for me. But I didn't feel like I could be playing better than I was at the time, and I'm sure I could because you always can. But I didn't feel like it was possible. Like in most games, you can understand how to do better, but I couldn't figure it out. And I was dying in this one spot for like an hour, and I went down to normal, which is something I almost never do, and it sucked because now normal is way too fucking easy. So it's caught between my two pet peeves, which is a game's combat not being polished enough for me, and there being no in between normal and hard mode. So I'm sitting here just like face rolling through all the challenges, but I know if I go to hard, it's way too difficult. And so I've just grown to sit down, play normal, and enjoy the story, which is really what the game is all about. It's got great voice acting, great characters, great fucking characters. I love everybody in this game.
Right.
And Matt Rice is in it. So,
Cool.
Leon Kennedy himself?
Yep. And what else have I been up to? I've been continuing to work on my world. I recently, for D&D, did an article about Anno Eris, the elven land in my place.
Should I read this?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
So
in our upcoming campaign, I'm going to be a sun elf.
yes, and so this is the whole.
Presumably where they come from.
Yes, this is I'm trying to set my campaign into sort of like African, Arabic, like Mediterranean type flavor type place, and so this
Mediterranean flavors top tier.
Yes.
Let me tell you.
And so this is specifically like Egypt and Africa. This is like. So Anno Eris is like a country, but it's like there's not like it's huge. So it's like all of these like sort of like countries that I've been talking about. They're very big. So there's lots of different cultures inside. But so this one is it's like Egyptian, and it gets like some sort of like Middle Africa type things as well. And so I've got like a couple different places like the sort of main government that's like very Egyptian. Like they have a pharaoh, and like most of the gods they follow are like Egyptian gods. Pretty much all of them are Egyptian gods. But I also have like more specific stuff. Like I have the clerics of Aziza, which they follow like another Egyptian god, yada yada. And I also have the Shakansha, which is the new name. I should tell you of where you're from.
Cool.
And that's the very warrior African like Zulu type flavor. So it's like they have like the face paint like and the sharp ears, which is I was looking through like just African elves. Like that was like my Google search of the day yesterday. And there's like a lot of people who like there's like so many just great pictures of just like your standard like sort of like African style, but you have the sharp ears. And so like mixes those two cultures. It's really cool.
Are elves part of their actual mythology? Do you know? In your research?
No, I haven't come across anything like that.
Okay.
So it's more so like just a cultural blending,
Oh,
which is
okay.
really cool.
Okay.
And so yeah, that's like the
main thing.
that's like the main thing there. There's one of the things I'm excited about is I have like a sort of assassin clan who follow Anubis. So they judge whether or not you're worthy of life or death. So it's
Oh
like
my God.
they're like kind of like a vigilante type thing, but it's like more like spiritual and religious type thing.
Can we
And,
play
I'm
D&D?
Yeah, honestly,
Like,
can we just have a day where we get together and play all the tabletop games?
Yes.
Because I want to have like one 7-hour session of Shadowrun to like finish what you guys started
Yes.
a couple of months ago at this point. And like we were at this tipping point in D&D.
We should do it over Thanksgiving break.
Oh, holy fuck, yeah. I will host all of you guys at my house.
Yes.
Yes,
I say
absolutely.
I say we give Vampire the Masquerade a shot.
Sure.
'Cause that's still my favorite tabletop game.
Do you want to pick it up? You could be GM.
I gotta be a sick ass vampire.
But like real talk, every time I open my bag, I find my character sheet for D&D, and I'm like, I put so much effort into this.
I know.
And I really, really like it. And it's a character class I haven't played before, and I really want to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been getting really anxious and I want to play. So I've been thinking of running like some pre-sessions before the show.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
like, some
I'm
basic
going to do
stuff.
some like beta sessions as well.
Yeah, just like, hey, kill some fucking pigs or
Yeah.
some shit.
Like get some street cred under your belt.
Scrub.
Scrub.
Just
No, that's the mechanic. God. Everyone in Shadowrun is fucking edgy. Why wouldn't it be called street cred? There's a mechanic called edge.
Yeah.
There's also snuff.
There's also stuff.
Yeah, I've got about my character. Oh, sorry.
So they're all new metal songs.
Pretty much. Yeah. It's literally like Perturbator, but 90 years in the future from where he makes music. So like, well, not like where he makes music, but like the era.
It's basically it's basically Blade Runner but shittier.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like Blade Runner, but like everyone's poor.
yeah.
Yeah. Except for the corporations, because fuck them. Bless
Yeah.
you.
Wage gap and such.
And I'm telling you, it's going to be Disney, Google, or Apple. It's going to take over the United States.
Definitely Google. Definitely Google.
I want a Disney universe.
I don't.
Then everywhere is
Everyone's
Disney
too
World.
fucking happy. Go away.
It'd be a small world
But-
after all.
But Star Wars is part of Disney, technically.
It's a
But like Google. I can't wait for Google to usher in the singularity so I can finally rip off my arm and put a cybernetic in its place.
I just want a full plate armor and a dry hander. That's really all I need.
Greg is a simple man.
All I need in this life is a full plate armor and some dry hander.
Sydney,
Yes,
what have you been doing this week?
I slept.
Woo!
But I also played Stardew Valley this weekend. I was trying really hard to play this game the other day to the point where I was actually like not hurting myself, but I forgot to eat food.
Oh, yeah.
And like, you know those times where you're like, oh, I'm playing games and this is great. I have like all day to do nothing but play
Yeah.
games, and then you forget you should also eat during that time.
Yep.
I didn't realize that until I was playing on my first account where I'm much further into the year. I'm in my second winter. And I was like, let me buy a sick new sword. I haven't bought one of those in a while. And I bought a 20,000 gold sword
God.
and then accidentally hit sell and got
Oh my
800 gold back
God.
for it. And then I was like, okay, we should go make food now.
Wait, so you hit the guy you sold the sword to and you got your money back?
Like, you know how in some games there's that option to buy back or like undo an option that you just did? There's surprisingly no option in Stardew Valley for that, which is kind of bad because you can accidentally sell things by just accidentally clicking.
Yes.
Which, if it's a high price item, like, hey, I literally just spent 20,000 gold on this, and then like, oops, I just sold it for 800. It's like, look at that profit. That sick profit.
Profits by GameStop.
It's just one of those little small things that it's happened before with minor things where it's like, oh, I didn't mean to sell those parsnip seeds, but like, those are only 20 gold. It's like, it's not a big deal. Mm-hmm. So it's just one of those things that I got used to having in a lot of RPG games. I know that in WoW you can undo those things. Mm-hmm. Just like, quickly like, oh, didn't mean to sell that. Let me take that back.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know. I feel like with the fact that it's so easy to just accidentally click something the wrong way.
Yeah.
Like, there should be an undo button, but there isn't. And that's a small nitpicky thing, especially since Stardew Valley's made by, like, one guy. props to you, sir. Fantastic game. Little bit buggy sometimes, but like overall, fantastic game.
I guess you could say your hat is off to them.
I don't have a hat.
But I did, so.
And I'm not gonna yank out my hair. That would hurt.
Well,
Yeah.
I technically already did, so my own hair.
Oh, where'd you put it?
I don't
He
know.
pulls his arm hairs out one by one.
Talk about the hair on my head.
Hey,
Is it the
Don't
hair
be
on your
insensitive.
chin chin?
I'm making a joke about how I'm bald.
I'm making a joke about being fucking weird.
But I already am weird, so it's not really a joke.
Oh, aren't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty cool.
I'm making a joke about the fact that I really need a haircut and my hair's falling out.
My hair has been so like fucking matted lately. I don't
Yeah,
know
mine
why.
too.
Yeah, totally.
I know what matted means.
Like, you know, or you
No, I
don't know.
don't know.
Like knotted and kind of unruly. Because like I've just stopped brushing it.
I can't. do
Not because I
that.
want it to like dread or anything, but it's just like I don't have the fucking arm strength anymore. I don't have the time to like when I get out of the shower play 5 hours of I'm maybe going to blow dry my hair. No, I'm gonna shove it in a fucking bun and it's gonna stay wet for 24 hours because that's just the way the world works, I guess.
I wish I could put my hair into a bun.
Maybe it hates me for
The
that.
beauty of black people here, I don't have to worry.
My hair's too thin for a bun. Like I was talking about this with Tiffany this morning. Like most people put their hair into a bun. It's like nice, like donut size bun, and then I do my hair in a bun. It's like a munchkin. Because a flat white people hair with no volume, it's great.
I have that like Mediterranean hair. So when
Your hair's so pretty.
when my hair behaves, it's like really luscious and like really nice. But like when it doesn't, it's just a pain to deal with. But I don't want to get it like all of it shaved off. I would do like
Besides.
yes. We were talking about this watching Critical Role one day because I saw Talison's hair and I was like, oh my god, I want to do it. Yes.
Sweet.
Yes.
Like the shaved head,
Like
with
the
like
shaved,
with the
shaved
mohawk?
like sides, yeah, with the mohawk.
I love
and I want
that
to do the mohawk
hairstyle.
like super long.
I love that hairstyle so
Oh.
much, but I don't have nearly enough balls to do it.
Yeah, I barely had the balls
Or
to do
enough
this
volume.
undercut. I haven't gotten it trimmed since I got it, and it's been like 6 weeks.
I'm probably gonna wind
Yikes.
up chopping like 3-4 inches off my hair because I'm like so sick of it. I love long hair,
Yeah,
but it's so flat, and it's just like my hair looks deflated when it gets too long.
yeah, I feel that.
That makes me sad.
There's nothing wrong with shaving your head.
yeah.
Except the nicks with the razor. Those hurt real bad.
All razors.
Oh
hurt.
man. Ow.
I
Why that hurt me
wouldn't
so
like
much?
shave it bald. I just shave it real short.
Yeah.
Ow. I don't know why. Like I can't. That's never happened to me. But for some reason, I can imagine the pain.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
it's-
like honestly, I was thinking about that earlier today. I was
It
like,
hurts.
damn. Would you use like a shaving razor?
Sometimes I use an electric razor.
Oh, okay. Okay.
To get it kind of short, and then I just clean it up with a regular razor. But
Yeah.
sometimes
Okay.
I'm just like, I like doing straight razor, but then I nick myself. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't do straight razor.
Oh man. I'm like cringing. Like,
Yeah.
Dude, it hurts.
I mean, like,
And like the thing is, you don't realize it until you wash off your head from all the extra shaving cream.
Yeah.
oh
And
God.
your towel's like,
Gout.
this was once white and now it's mostly red.
Like when I chopped off my finger and didn't realize it until I looked down. I was like, there's like a centimeter of skin missing
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. I keep
Yeah.
thinking like I'm gonna do something like that. Like I'll
Don't.
I don't know. No, not like cut my finger or anything. Like my nose will start bleeding.
No.
And like I'll notice 2 minutes later after it stops.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there's blood all over everywhere. Or like, I don't know, I'll cut my leg in the shower shaving.
I haven't had a nosebleed in like forever.
I know.
What the fuck?
The last nosebleed I had, I was getting ready for chorus, and it was at like 8:30 in the morning, and I was just sitting in my bed, and like I went to blow my nose, and I guess a blood vessel popped
Oh.
because it was just like a waterfall
Oh, no.
of blood down my face, and it, like I don't like blood. I'm very squeamish about my own blood and other people's blood, but in that moment, I was just like, Mom, I need a tissue.
Just one.
A lot of them. Because like I was holding my phone. It got in the case of my Galaxy case. I had to wash it.
Oh.
I had to wash my phone and the case. It was all over the comforter, all over my shirt, and I'm like, Mom, I'm lightheaded.
So,
So So you know, like the anime thing where they get really horny and
Yeah.
nosebleed. Is that actually possible? Like, is
Probably.
that a thing that happens?
I guess that's an actual thing in Japanese mythology, like where that
Really?
Oh, yeah, maybe that. Oh, maybe yeah. It's like one of those like wives' tales. Like, oh, you got a nosebleed because you
No,
were thinking
it's-
about goyles.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I feel like I've heard that.
No, a lot of their jokes like that come from Japanese mythology.
Cool.
Like, which is why a lot of jokes like saying, again, not to make up old school games, but that's mostly what I play. But you play like something like Breath of Fire or like Chrono Trigger. Like a lot of the jokes don't really translate well over here.
Yeah.
So a lot of Japanese humor is based in puns, and they're cultural.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Yeah, I'm fine. Dave did me a real startle on Facebook because I have Facebook open to our comment section on the thing we posted for questions, and like the message just popped up, and I was like, "Fuck, okay."
David.
I'm looking over.
Sup,
I'm
Dave?
like, the voice waves didn't get super loud or super quiet.
Yeah, my computer did me a real.
Yeah, I was really worried the podcast just like stopped recording or something.
It stopped recording 20 minutes ago.
So Deanna,
That's happened before. That really has happened.
How's
Are we starting this trend of interrupting Colin again?
House?
House.
House?
I love House. House
Good
MD
one.
was my shit.
It was a good show. How's your week been, Deanna?
My week has been pretty interesting. I've been anxious for most of it.
Same.
I should go to a therapist. Anyway,
But it's expensive.
Therapy's expensive.
actually, my dad's insured through the state, and I think I have that until I'm like 26.
Oh.
So,
Sweet.
Then
so I'm
take
probably
advantage
gonna
of
go to
that.
therapy. I have a physical next Tuesday, so I'm gonna ask her for a recommendation.
Oh, I should schedule a doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just missed mine last week.
I told my doctor I'd
Oh.
follow up with her over the summer, and I just didn't.
Yeah, so I made my own doctor's appointment for the first time in the past week. What the fuck?
Adulting.
I had to do that last year, and it was really scary.
Yeah, I've been making my own dentist appointments because it's like, oh, just come to the window. We'll schedule you in 6 months, and like that's I think a bigger achievement for me because I fucking hate the dentist. Anyway, because they were like, oh yeah, you need to have like I had a tooth crack over the summer. They were like, oh yeah, we need to just put a filling here, and I was like, okay, I'll make the appointment now. When do you want me to come back? And they were like, come back in a couple of days, and I was like, fine.
Isn't that the
And
best?
like,
also?
I had no anxiety about it. What the fuck?
I wish I
Isn't
could
it-
be
isn't
that
it the-
way about the dentist.
Isn't it the best when like you make your own appointment and nothing goes wrong like during the making of the appointment
Yeah.
process? You're just like, that's it?
Yeah.
See, I think that, and then I remember, like, you have to make things 6 months in advance for the dentist, and I'm like, but I'll be on a different semester schedule.
Oh, I am so like used to making plans in advance. In case you guys couldn't tell. Like we all had yesterday Columbus Day off. And like Friday, I was like, so what are we doing Monday? I ended up going to IKEA and buying a bookshelf.
And then
Exciting.
yesterday you asked us, like, are we doing anything today? And I'm laying in bed, like, please somebody say no. Because I don't want to
I
get
kind of
up.
figured we weren't, so I was like, yeah, I'll clean my room today. I got really productive this weekend. I don't know why.
I wish I was.
Yeah. What else did I do this week?
You ran Shadowrun on Friday.
Yes, I ran Shadowrun Anarchy on Friday. That was a lot of fun. I'm reading a little bit more into plot points, and you guys can't just, like, change the entire plot.
I can't make Skittel.
I mean, like, you can do little things like that,
Okay.
but you can't be like, yeah, now we're in this location. You know, you still have to kind of follow GM. So it's like, it's finding a balance. I don't ever read, like, the core rulebook all the way through, cover to cover.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
should, because I still don't know how fucking combat works in vanilla 5th edition, but, you know, we're making our way.
That's something you should probably read.
Yeah.
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 Because I haven't like read the whole D&D book. It's like I like the classes. I like once over
Yeah.
the combat, maybe probably skim through it.
Yeah. But, like, combat in D&D is easy. The
Right.
combat in Shadowrun, it's like, okay, so you have your dice pool, and then you have your modifiers for your dice pool, and then you have your modifiers for your situation, and then your cover status, and then, like, if you're recoiling from your weapon, or, like, if you have a melee weapon, then you have to kind of you have to factor in the reach, versus, like, the same amount of factors, like, the reaction, the cover, the fact, or whether the subject is moving, like, the targeting things, and, like, it's everything. It's so involved.
It's really
But
fun.
if
I
you-
think I'm gonna dumb it down a lot when we run for the series.
That sounds good.
But I feel like
goddamn.
once you get like lost in the world of Shadowrun or
Oh,
the world
absolutely.
you've created, like that combat system just works.
Yeah.
Because it has that really like high intensity like feel to it. But, very strategic.
And I feel like a lot of it is on me to make it exciting.
It's definitely a lot of it because, like, for example, like, I don't know if particularly having a complex battle system is good. Like, it really depends on who you are, because there are tons of RPG players who like the numbers or whatever, but the vast majority just kind of want to tell a story, and usually rolling a fuckload of dice and calculating numbers just kind of slows the game down.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's like
a lot of
RPG really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of preparing for the Shadowrun series that we're doing is just figuring out what core mechanics we don't need. Because Shadowrun, I've said it like so many times over this past week as I'm explaining what I'm doing to like my parents and people I work with. It's been really fun explaining this to a 70-year-old woman at work. She totally understands because like she has a group of her friends that play Dungeons and Dragons. So I'm like, oh, this is really interesting. But you know, it's like, God, Shadowrun is notorious for everything covered. Like, everything you could possibly imagine in your world. Whether it's, like, dust in the air, like, water in someone's lungs, or, like, hellfire coming down from the sky. There's a modifier for it.
So strange.
I'll try not to actually die during the serious sessions.
Oh, that's okay.
I don't know. I don't think my hysterical laughing was okay the other day.
Oh, I thought you meant your character.
Oh, no. I meant, like, my actual inability to do anything besides hysterically cackle.
Oh, that's fine. Another thing I'm learning about Shadowrun is that it's a lot deadlier than Dungeons and Dragons. Like, Dungeons and Dragons, you can probably skirt around death a few times. My character can't, but that's a different story.
I mean, that's 5e. 5e is definitely...
deadly.
Or it made things less deadly.
Oh.
But, in the older ones, it was just like, it would be hard to hit people, but like, you get hit, you lose like all of your health.
Yeah. So yeah, in Shadowrun it's hard to hit, but the amount of health it takes off is like, you get hit, you know, one time too many, obviously.
Yeah.
You could get hit a little too hard, and you know, you're dead. So then the big thing that happened today, which I didn't expect to happen, today is National Coming Out Day. And Snapchat had a filter for it. And I put this on my story. And I didn't realize that my sisters would look at my Snapchat story. And the caption I had on my Snapchat was, "Local bisexual sits in traffic. What else is new?" Or something like that. Yeah. And they messaged me and they were like, "What does this mean on your Snapchat story?" And I was like, "Oh, it means I'm bi."
Hi, I'm bi.
Yeah, right?
And they were like, "Wait, what? Since when?" I was like, well, since like a while. And they were like, "No, but when did you know?" And so we went through the whole conversation, and like I was really apprehensive about telling them because my family is super religious and stuff, so I didn't think they'd be so accepting. But my sisters were like, "Yeah, that's fine. What does Dave think about it, you know?"
I mean, as a male, I can tell you that 99% of the time we think it's pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah. That's kind of the reaction I got from Dave. He was just like, "Yeah, whatever, okay."
Yeah, whatever. And inside he's like...
Yeah. I've dated the bi chick before, so...
Oh, wow. And they were like...
I'm not trying to brag, Grant. I'm just
saying. No, I know.
No, you brag, brother. You fucking brag, man.
I will not be objectified like this. But yeah, they were like, "So how long have you been out?" And I was like, "Well, I've been out for like a year to my friends because they literally don't give a fuck." And they were like, "But why didn't you tell us?" So like, understandably, they were very upset.
I think it's kind of cool that it's almost like an anecdote how you came out.
Yeah, it was just like, "Oh yeah, I'm bi now."
Oops. Yeah. I am bi.
Yeah, it wasn't like this.
It wasn't like a whole big thing. It was more.
It wasn't like a Shane Dawson level of melodrama like coming out video.
Yeah.
It was like a just funny.
It's just
story.
like this. I am this now. It's a characteristic of me.
It's kind of adorable, actually. Not gonna lie. Like just the whole.
I strive to be adorable, so that's really validating. But yeah, this led up to we were talking about Natalie Dormer earlier, and I just want to put in that fucking story. This actually goes into our news, but that's all I did this week.
Natalie Dormer? Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh my.
This week, Overwatch. Yeah, news section, guys. Overwatch is doing their Halloween event You know, we are still a little bit of a gaming podcast. And it lasts October 11th through November 1st. A few people got new skins. There are 12 new skins, and you can buy them with real currency now. There's a new role featuring Junkrat as Dr. Junkenstein, and there are Halloween loot boxes, which you can get the new skins from. A few characters have their new like highlight intros, and the Dr. Junkenstein comic is out. Now, we had Overwatch just idling in the room on a TV, and Mercy was on it. And Colin looks back at Mercy on the screen and says, "Wow, she really looks like Natalie Dormer with that costume," because she's in her Halloween costume. And I didn't form a complete thought, so the words out of my mouth were, "That's why I'm gay."
You know, Deanna, you've been out for a year now. Overwatch only came out a few months ago.
No.
Mercy single-handedly made you gay.
Hashtag Mercy made me gay.
No, my complete thought was something like, I don't know. I forget what my complete thought was, but like...
We know what you meant.
Natalie Dormer was one of my first like celebrity girl crushes, or as I like to call them, crushes. It doesn't fucking matter. And you know, that was my thought process, but it just came out as, "That's why I'm gay." But yeah, continuing on these.
Again, have you seen her? I don't blame you.
Yeah, she's on like everyone's Girl 5. Every girl's Girl 5, I bet. Also, that's how I found out, like, not Natalie Dormer specifically, but someone I knew is how I found out I had a type. And that type is basically the manic pixie dream girl, but taller and with a lot more muscles. And a lot more tattoos. I'm gay.
I am gay.
Moral of the story. Also,
moral of the story is
don't fucking nitpick at bisexuals who say I'm so gay. They're just as gay as you, and they're probably just as straight as everyone else. It's really like its own thing.
Yeah.
Bisexuals need love and they're not greedy.
Or selfish.
For like my freshman and sophomore year of high school, I thought I was bisexual. Like in all seriousness, like
it's a nice party.
Yeah.
You should join.
No, I genuinely thought I was.
Yeah, I know.
And then I think it was just. I hate to be like, well, I was confused, but.
Yeah.
You know,
No, yeah. My sister straight up asked
if
if it was like a phase to get back at my parents for something. I was like, no, I would have told them by now if it was.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna like, this is the podcast they're gonna listen to and be like, oh. Wow, you tell the entire internet this before us? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Entire internet, despite being full of fucking scumbags, is a little bit more accepting than my parents most times.
Which is ironic.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's ironic.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yes, I do think. Therefore, I am.
Well, I was just shoehorning in an Alanis Morissette reference because I love Alanis.
Oh, now
So
I
much.
get it. News! We have a couple more stories. Gears of War, the movie now has a release date. It's confirmed it's been greenlit.
Did they say who the director is?
Unfortunately, did they?
No?
All I
I don't
want to
think
say
so.
is
Dylan Clark will be on board to produce.
last time I heard, I think Cliff Bleszinski was going to produce as well.
Okay.
And I think he is going to be doing the casting.
Okay.
There's only 2 actors that I legitimately want this. Technically 3.
Yeah.
One of them, Oscar Isaac, because I just want Oscar Isaac in literally everything. Because
Who's gonna
I want him to play Dominic.
Yeah, this is
Dominic Santiago. Liev Schreiber should play Marcus because he looks a lot like him. And either Terry Crews or The Rock needs to play Coltrane.
Oh, Terry Crews.
I think Terry Crews. I
Yeah.
honestly think Coltrane is based on Terry Crews.
Yeah. but like The Rock could totally pull off that character too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He keeps
Just as
something.
entertaining. So that's the only. And if they have a really good special effects department, I'm sold. I've always thought Gears was a very consistently good series that deserved a movie because it's prime for just a big dumb action movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the real question, who will Natalie Dormer play?
Everyone.
Emma should play one of the girls.
Like the girl.
Yeah,
She will play Grill.
I'm already gonna see the movie, but if Natalie Dormer's in it,
You're gonna see it like 3 times.
The tickets have been pre-ordered, but they're not even on sale. They've been
Pre-ordered.
Yeah. Moving on.
Hate casting. What's up?
Yeah, cast Greg. Do it.
Yeah, man, I'll be Coltrane. It's the Coltrane, baby. Ooh, yeah.
I'd watch it.
I'll be Marcus. Dom, we gotta drop the hammer. And that'll be just the only line I say.
I'll be down. I'll be like, my wife.
Level up, am I right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Gaming and
I'm a
such.
gamer. Only gamers understand that joke.
90s gamers.
Radical.
Radical. Radical is my favorite fucking word. Don't you diss radical in my house?
No, I'm not this radical in your house. Actually,
It's my favorite word.
I probably wouldn't say radical. I like iridescent quite a bit. Or effervescent. Whew. Anyway.
I like
If only could be so
pedantic.
grossly inconsistent.
Pedantic is such a scathing word. I love it.
It is.
I like cozy.
I also like cacophony.
Ooh, cacophony.
Cacophony is a real good word. It's like a mash of sounds.
Yeah.
It's real good.
I like the word
That's like my go-to D&D describing.
Yeah, it is.
Cacophony of violence. A cacophony of violence.
Yeah.
A cacophony of swords clashing. A cacophony.
Yep.
a firestorm of chaos.
Ooh, okay.
Quoting the Road Warrior.
So next up, Fizzerp, a Call of Duty pro streamer on Twitch, passed away recently, and his funeral was streamed on Twitch. It received nearly $20,000 in donations, and it was around 9 minutes long. Yeah. It's weird to think about.
It
Like
is.
Twitch being serious.
Yeah.
But like,
First of all, Twitch
Yeah.
being serious
I-
enough to pay this guy like actual respect.
and I think it's great because it kind of shows like the more like loving side of gamers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we all,
You know.
I guess.
I mean, even Twitch chat itself, it's like, sure, it's lots of times they roast people or they say mean stuff, but like the Twitch chat is like a community. It's like a
Yeah.
community
Yeah.
of just people who like making fun of people and cracking jokes together.
Yeah.
But like,
And,
when
sorry.
I'm sorry. when it comes time to like be serious and pay respect to a fallen brother, essentially, like,
Yeah.
it's like, hey,
Yeah.
you know what? Let's all come together for this because he entertained us. Let's give him the respect he deserves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think he died in a car crash.
Oh.
So it was-
that
it was
hits
sudden.
really close to home. Fuck. God.
I'm
I had a
sorry.
relative that passed away last week after being hit by a car.
Oh.
That's why I was kind of upset on the last podcast. But it was so sudden. And like just the situation around it
Yeah.
was not great.
Yeah.
Well, not ideal for them to die, obviously. But like, I don't know. God fucking damn it, guys.
Anywho.
Life is so temporary.
I know.
So temporary. Be excellent to each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Be fucking sick.
Be dope.
Be fucking dope.
Be awesome.
Be whoever you want to be. Don't be afraid to come out.
Be who
Unless
you
like
wanna
it's
be,
unless it's actually
Barbie
dangerous,
girl.
then by all means stay in the closet for your own safety.
Yeah.
Uh
But like, yeah, be whatever you want, but make sure that whoever you want to be is also fucking sick.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
be the dope you. Whoever that is, that's for you to decide.
Channel
Just be
your inner
fucking
Barbie
sick.
girl. Be
Yeah.
who you want to be, Barbie girl.
Yeah. Be Barbie.
Be Barbie.
Be fucking beautiful. You're beautiful. Listener?
Yeah, you and your fucking weird misshapen body, that's fine, man.
Yeah.
But they have new Barbies and they're different shapes.
Yeah. They have quote unquote body diversity Barbie. It's still kind of like a lot of the same, but you know.
A step in
still,
the
like,
step in the right direction.
But still, like, there's a shorter Barbie, there's a
Yup.
taller Barbie, there's a more curvy Barbie.
Curvy. Just like fat. Fat's not a bad word.
No, I know. But that's how she's described
Yeah, I
as
know.
curvy.
Yeah.
It's just
Man, I think curvy sounds better than fat, personally.
Yeah, it sounds a lot
And she
better.
actually
it sounds
is.
more elegant.
Like, I haven't bought the dolls myself. I don't want to buy the dolls myself just because, like, I don't want
You're
them.
grown.
No, like, I appreciate dolls. Hell, half my YouTube channels are just doll openings at this point. But, like, the curvy Barbie actually is curvy. It's not just like, oh, we gave her bigger boobs and a bigger butt. Like, no, it's
Yeah.
actually, like,
she's got rolls.
a female figure.
Yeah.
And it's like, good job, Barbie. I forget who makes you. Mattel?
Mattel.
Yeah, Mattel.
You done good, Mattel.
I wrote a paper about this. I should know this.
Sorry. The Galaxy Note 7 has
Explodes.
been discontinued. Get on that Google Pixel, everybody. Yeah, the Google Pixel was just announced.
Yeah.
Which is actually pretty great timing for Google. Because everyone who wants an Android is looking for something different now.
That doesn't explode.
That doesn't explode.
Right.
And that maybe has the latest version of Android installed on it. Stock and clean.
I guess you could say that Galaxy Note 7 is really setting fire on the charts. Sales charts,
Yeah,
into people's
in the wrong
legs.
direction. It's going straight to hell. If hell is down in your narrative.
Technically,
it's in the red.
Technically, it's up because Michigan's up.
Yeah, that's true.
Hell, Michigan.
I just want to know how Samsung is going to combat it, because haven't they been working with, like... I know a lot of phone companies are trying to get as much phone life as they can out of phones, and that's why the batteries are getting super powerful and not safe.
Yeah.
Like, there just has to be a point where you're going to have to stop.
Yeah,
like people,
you're going to have to
Their
stop
phones have
and,
been
like,
getting-
buy a portable charger. They're a lot... They're much more accessible now, and they're a lot cheaper than they used to be a few years back.
Yeah.
There's almost like an overabundance of those power banks now, so you can get a really
Exactly.
good one. For a
Yeah.
great
It's like
price.
I have one that's 10,000 milliamps
Same.
that I got one that's on eBay for like $12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Amazon runs deals on those like every day.
Yep.
It's fantastic.
like
Just don't get a Mophie one because they're like
Yeah, those
$30 more than they should be.
So I'm not quite clear on the specifics because I just skimmed over the news story, but is it because they packed so much battery into the Note, or
I think that's what
Okay.
it is.
Their Note series, I think, has been getting like bigger, like the phone screen.
Yeah.
Like I have the Note 4, and the Note 4 is already pretty damn big.
yeah?
And like the Note 5 is a little.
I mean, like
bigger
I think
than
the
6.
1+1 is pretty damn big because I got short thumbs, but
Sam.
I have small hands. I can't eat that burger.
I got these tiny hands.
so it wasn't like a voltage issue or anything.
I'm not
Because I know
sure.
that's how I fried a laptop motherboard once. Is I
Yeah.
I used the wrong voltage
You know
on
what
the
it was?
charger.
Because it came up for the iPhone 7. They probably wanted to beat them, so they released junk phones.
Yeah.
But then they took them back and
Yeah.
like refurbished them, and
Yeah.
the new version still explodes.
Because the S7 is fine, right?
Yes.
Okay.
From what I've heard,
they've
it's
been
fine.
pushing
The
that.
Note,
yeah.
Note is apparently junk,
Yeah.
which is a
Well,
bummer because
The
they're-
Note phones have always been marketed as like mini tablets.
Yeah, the Note series doesn't really compete with the iPhone 7.
No.
It's the Galaxy.
It's the
that
regular
competes with the
Galaxy and
iPhone.
the new Galaxy Edges.
Yeah, so I
The
guess
Galaxy.
I don't know. I guess they really had no reason to
There's a
push.
galaxy out there. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah, they really had no reason to push the Note as early as they did.
No, like the
they
Note. The Note is it's such a niche phone.
Yeah,
You know?
it really is.
Like I love it. I love the Note 4. It's the best smartphone I've ever had, but I can understand it's not for everybody.
Yeah,
It's too big.
yeah.
It's ginormous.
Is too big.
Compare?
It's huge.
Compare? It's like almost the same size
Yeah.
as my phone.
It's huge.
It's huge.
Nice, cool. But yeah, you also have a case on it.
That's
That makes it
also
look a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Side note, I like running my phones completely caseless because, one, I'm careless and also lazy. Plus, I can't find any pretty ones. For the phones I buy especially, because I tend to gravitate towards phones that are easy to root. Oh yeah, that's another thing that fucked up my week. That's another story, I guess, that we don't have time for. So let's quickly get to our questions because one, we have to get out of here because they're closing the building. Two, we're at about an hour. We talked a lot,
Damn you, Donald Trump, for making us so angry and ranty.
right?
I mean, I'm not mad at Trump. I'm mad at
No, I know.
everybody else.
I'm mad at everybody else for like giving him this power.
I'm mad at politics for existing.
Yeah.
Same.
Anyway,
Before we go on to the questions, I would like to do a shameless plug.
sure.
From the 18th to the 31st, I will be doing a gigantic Castlevania reviewing series called The 13 Days of Castlevania, taking a cue from ABC Family. Except they don't review Castlevania.
They have their 13 days of Halloween
Yeah,
or whatever.
They're
13
missing
nights.
that market. You know, they really shouldn't be on.
Yeah.
And
They're free form now, by the way. Dumbest
And,
fucking name chains.
Yeah.
Fucking history. Anyway.
So I'll be reviewing 13 different Castlevania games, starting out with Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest, which is often regarded to be the redheaded stepchild of the series,
Same.
and ending with a gigantic retrospective / review on the very first Castlevania, because it is one of my favorite games of all time, and it's one of my favorite series of all time. And I'm done being a fanboy.
You got 13 days to do it at the end of this month. So our first question comes to us from Sydney. I love how you give us questions every week. Thank you.
I give questions. I'm not so good at giving the answers to my own questions.
That's fair. What bad element of... These are all on Facebook. We didn't get any email questions, and we didn't get any Twitter questions. But what bad element of gameplay can make a good game bad?
Controls.
Yeah,
Oh.
controls.
Bad controls.
Yep.
I want
Controls
to...
make or break.
Yeah. I want to say just like an unsatisfactory checkpoints where it's like you get there, but it doesn't feel like you really did anything.
Controls, and I would say a game that takes itself way too seriously.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why I've never liked Kingdom Hearts. It just takes itself way too seriously.
100% always is just for me is specifically what I'm talking about with Masquerade. It's like
Yeah.
when I feel like I can't be playing better than I am, that is like my ultimate pet peeve. Like my worst boss fight experience of all time was in The Witcher 1. I was fighting this thing called the Beast, and maybe I spec'd incorrectly or I didn't do enough side quests, but this is like the hardest boss fight I've ever done. And I think I beat it, but I honestly don't remember because I hated that game so much. And,
Well, because it's micromanaging the game.
yeah, and so it's like, I was just playing this boss fight, and I was just hoping the RNG would swing in a way that would help me win, and like, when you get to that moment when you're like, I hope the AI just breaks,
Yeah.
and like I win, like that is the most infuriating thing. Like I want to be able to be better, and if the game doesn't allow me to be better, then I can't be fucking excellent. If I can't be fucking excellent, I don't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Throw back to when Blood-Cursed Beast ran through the wall and Victor went on a glitch.
Oh my god, that's a speedrun strat.
Is it actually?
Yes, to make him run through the wall
That's
and like I
hilarious.
think backstab him so that you do
Oh,
the
yeah,
back
you do the
attack so that he
pistol
goes
thing.
through
Yeah.
the wall and falls into oblivion.
I just remember everybody
Bruh.
screaming when that happened.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Not to
Bloodborne for the first like 3 weeks was fucking nuts.
And
I loved it.
then the great crash
Sorry.
of the PS4. The great wipe. We don't talk about the great wipe.
No, we fucking don't. I lost my daughter that
listen.
day.
I already had a PS4 crash this year as well.
Yeah.
I'm on PS4 Mark II right now.
Yeah, that's always the cool thing about the Souls games is that it's like when they come out, it's almost like an event like within the community.
Yeah.
It's just like everybody comes together and just like slogs through it
Together,
together.
Yep.
play some Souls with me. But it's one player.
I think my two answers for this question, one of them, thankfully games have gotten much further away from this than like older games, but like specific checkpoints used to drive me crazy. I remember I was trying to do a 100% run of the original Spyro the Dragon, and I completely forgot that you just don't save the game unless you save on the dragon spawns. And I lost like probably 6 hours of perfection progress because I didn't do that.
That's a hard game to 100% on too.
There's
Yeah.
so many things where it's like I've watched speed. Do you remember the jungle top level where it's like, oh, how the hell do I get these like last 150 gems? Oh, let me just go the complete opposite way of the way that these arrows are going.
Yeah, fucking manual saving. It's like
Yeah.
Is it like no, I actually don't like it because like it's only ever
I like
caused
it-
me pain. It's never like, ooh, I like that I can save before this. I'm like, you just do both.
Yeah.
Have an auto save and a manual save
Yeah.
system.
I like it as a crutch, in addition to the auto saving.
Oh yeah, you gotta have both. But every time I play the game, that's literally just manual.
Yeah.
Two games that are like super guilty of that. One of them was Rage, which was id Software's like first IP in a couple of years that had a stupid saving system.
Yeah.
Where it was autosave, but not really autosave. So you had to manually save everything.
Oh, was it like quick saves, auto saves?
Sort of.
Ew.
But like on the console versions, they didn't have that. It was like
Gross.
It was weird. And again, not to bring it up again, but Castlevania Lament of Innocence.
That will
Hey
be
man, I bring up Hotline Miami literally every single podcast when we answer these questions.
Did you
You're
say Dark
safe.
Souls?
No, Castlevania Lament of Innocence, it's such a dungeon crawly type game.
Yeah.
And the save points are so far apart. And there's been a few times where I've gotten really, really far and forgot to save. It sucks.
And another quick thing was, you actually said it, when games take themselves too seriously. I hate when games like try to portray one thing so hard that it becomes annoying. Like, I loved Life is Strange except for the ending because it was just stupid. That's like all your choices literally meant nothing because at the end you could just choose one or two.
The fucking dead lesbian trope.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Like, that was
Dead
annoying.
lesbian trope?
That's another.
I'll explain it off the podcast.
Yeah, that's
because we're
a
already,
whole
over
other topic.
That's a whole other topic.
It's a huge issue.
Yeah.
But
no, it's a trope.
like the fact that they had to use such stupid language constantly was
my
like,
God.
what era is this written for? Because it felt like it was written for like 2012 high school.
How do you do, fellow friends, children,
Fellow young people.
fellow young people?
Why don't you go fuck your selfie?
Yeah, it's like it just cringe. Yes.
All of Square Enix.
Yes.
Oh no!
No, Square Enix published it.
They're connected.
My favorite quote is, "Oh, I have a copy of Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within. I don't care what anybody says. That's a great movie." It's like no one's ever said that. Not even Square Enix says that.
Just fucking plug themselves.
They did. I'm not even kidding. Look it up.
To go. Okay, we're gonna breeze through these next questions.
Oh my god, I can't even believe that's reality.
Let's collect ourselves.
All right, we're good.
Rapid fire. I'm sorry it always comes to this. From Colin right here. What is a horror themed video game that deserves more love? I don't know. I don't play many horror games.
Same.
But I don't know if you guys have heard of it. I think PT. It was like, the playable
I really think that
trailer.
deserves like a successor, maybe like a full title instead of just the demo. I think that'd be really cool. You can even call it Silent Hills. I know it's kind of weird. But there's
No. It'll be really cool if you had a really brilliant gaming auteur like Hideo Kojima and a brilliant director like Guillermo del Toro and a fan favorite actor like Norman Reedus attached to it. That'd be fantastic.
Wow, that's such a great idea. Like, wow.
Why didn't they do that?
This is great.
Because pachinko machines, Deanna. Because pachinko machines.
Everyone loves gambling.
You know what's a great game?
Yeah, that's why they took it out of Pokemon.
A great horror-themed game that deserves more love than it gets, despite the fact it gets a fuckload of love, is Bloodborne.
Yeah.
Because Bloodborne is one of the most fucking brilliant games ever made, and it lost out lots of GOTY awards to Witcher 3. While a great game that I really did enjoy, it pushes zero boundaries in any way in the RPG making process, outside the fact that it has morally great characters. Ooh, fucking brilliant. Every text RPG has been doing that since the beginning of time. Because yours is fully voice acted doesn't mean it's cool that you made morally great characters. Alright, Bloodborne's fucking brilliant. I love Witcher 3.
Also, quick plug,
speedrun.
The Witcher 3 was building off of a pre-established universe, and Bloodborne started from scratch.
Pretty
Yes.
much.
To be fair.
Plus, Eldritch is like, it's so hard to portray in anything. Bloodborne did it really well.
Yeah.
And for my horror themed game, that is Shadows of the Damned. It is a Suda 51, Suda 5-1, Shinji Mikami and Akira Yamaoka, who does the music for Silent Hill, the creator of Resident Evil, and Suda 5-1. A superstar team, and hands down one of the most interesting portrayals of hell I've seen. It's a fun little over-the-shoulder third-person shooter horror game, and the script is, I think, probably the funniest or one of the funniest games I've ever played. It is hysterical throughout. You play as a demon hunter, and you have a demon partner who, instead of talking in a stereotypical demonic voice, has a really prissy British accent.
And then our last question comes from Brian Saviano on Facebook. What does the cast think of VR? Price points aside, do you think it's a justifiable purchase when the main way to game is still with a traditional controller, mouse, and keyboard?
It's still a niche market, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think
so.
if you want to go for it, go for it. If you're not,
It's a novelty.
Yeah.
I think AR is a better thing to develop at this point because it has more practical applications.
I personally think VR, I want to emphasize the whole novelty thing on it because there's a huge chunk of the gaming media who thinks it's going to be like the next big thing. But until VR can provide core gaming experiences, it's not going to matter. And until they fix the ability, the fact that you can't move around without getting motion sick, that's a big, pretty fucking deal.
Honestly, I thought you could with the Vive.
No, you can move in like a small square. But like, say you want to play like Bloodborne or something. In
You
VR,
can't walk.
Yeah.
You can't.
Imagine
walk.
trying to dodge with that game.
I can't even imagine going up the stairs in Bloodborne in VR. God.
Nope.
The stairs are all wet with rain and blood. Maybe question mark. It could also be Eldrick Icker. We're not entirely sure what exactly on the stairs.
And like just general filth.
Yeah.
Sydney, quickly before you go, I know I'm keeping you.
It's fine. I'm just like, my parents are like, oh, we're outside. I'm like, shit.
Today's the one day we go to like literally 10:05.
I'm all for VR. I think it's really cool. I would like to not be nauseous when I play it.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like they're trying to market it as like a niche thing, which is kind of like how the Wii was with like motion controls, and I feel like it'll eventually get there. But like in the time being, there are so many barriers with it. For one, movement is a huge thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how can you, like what I was talking about last week about like how I'd love to have Red Dead on that, but like how the hell would you ride a horse in VR? Would you gallop in place?
Monty Python.
Yeah.
Like, that system would have to be wireless or, like, literally like how mocap is, where it's, like, a full body suit. Which would be another interesting thing to talk about for another time. But Sydney has to go.
All right.
Goodbye,
Sydney.
Want to be well.
Follow me well.
Okay, just writing something down. Yeah. Bye, Sydney.
That being said, it is really cool to look down and have a different body. That's always going to be cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look behind you, be like, that's not what's behind me. Whoa.
Whoa.
That's literally always cool. No matter how many VR games I play, I'm always like, I turn around and it's something different.
Or like, you look down, it's like, those aren't my feet. Those aren't the shoes I wore out of the house, because I don't own a VR headset.
Yeah.
So I never play VR in my house. All right, I guess that's a great place to end it.
Yes.
But actually, we have drawn to a satisfying conclusion.
Brilliant. We have drawn to a satisfying conclusion.
Brilliant. I say brilliant.
That's a great place to end it.
Yes.
Me, an intellectual. We have drawn to a satisfying conclusion.
Was I implied to not be intellectual?
Did
I think
No,
I just
I was
call
just-
me that.
I was
Hold
just
on,
putting it
did-
in meme format.
Really? I just thought your speaking words were written by the development team behind Life is Strange.
Oh.
Selfie.
I'm not making fun of their dialogue. I'm not making fun of you.
Kill
I wouldn't do that.
yourself.
We're gonna cry.
I wouldn't.
Don't cry. Unless you have a really ugly cry, which would be great to do.
I have a really fucking ugly cry. Oh, God.
Not to make it personal, but when the girl broke up with me, I had like the most disgusting, awful, like snot-filled cry.
I have those like every single time I
It
cry.
was so bad because I was so upset.
Cry.
I was legitimately upset. I was hurt.
Yeah, that's understandable.
That's fair. All right, I guess we'll see you guys next week. There's no 0.5 this week because that takes a lot of time and that we don't have right now. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.